For a look at what the newspapers may be saying tomorrow, we're now joined by the deputy editor at Thisday newspapers, Wale Olaleye. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Yesterday we had Steve Wosu of Nigerian Express, and he predicted pretty much that some of the headlines will be about the Salah celebrations. Today, it's a different kettle of fish. Do you think we still have more? The holidays are almost over.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for having me. Well, I think the holidays are over. I mean, from what I can tell. And tomorrow is going to be much about the president, actually. A majority of the stories, because he was in Abeokuta today, where he visited three, prominent and paramount kings. And the visit to Abeokuta was also significant because that was where the Miloko Declaration, took off from. And then so he went back to thank them for their support and the fact that the declaration was a positive confession that came to pass. And then he was also in Lagos, where the governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, hosted him and a few others at a reception. I mean, it was the first time he would be in Lagos since he was sworn in as president. So it was a major homecoming for him. And then there he also made some pronouncements, especially rationalizing the unification of the forex and all of that, and seeking support of the governor. So essentially, those would will mark tomorrow's headlines as far as some of the stories are concerned. Of course, there were all some other events that took place today that were also shared, in the headlines. I mean, I saw part of the stories that I worked on. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party commenting on Tinubu's convoy. I mean, he had his opinion and then he's added. So it will also make some headlines tomorrow. There's been some shake-up in the Navy, about 56 rear admirals, redeployed and all of that. That will also make headlines.
Yes,
And
I was actually going to jump in and say the voluntary retirement thing. Your quick thoughts on that before you proceed.
Well, it's nothing out of sync with convention and practices. Once a certain class, are being appointed as service chiefs, those who should go, especially who are deemed senior, can't stay back anymore. It's not usually. It's been the practice, but the last time we had some of the service chiefs retain their colleagues, and then it wasn't much of a big deal. But there would be redeployment. There would be those who would go. Really, it's not a big deal. It's
Okay.
something they will be expecting, I'm sure.
All right.
And the
Any more
president,
predictions?
yes, the president, Shehu Gaba, issued a statement saying Buhari didn't discuss with Tinubu not to investigate any of the officials who worked with him. And I also got to learn from that event that the president has temporarily relocated to the UK for now because he was tired of people trooping in to visit him, and he also didn't want to create any environment that would not make the administration of Tinubu concentrate, whatever that means. He's
The
not in
man
Nigeria.
deserves some rest after all. He ran this country for 8 years. One would expect him to get some rest.
Well, maybe you're right, but for 8 years doing what really? I beg.
All right, Mr. Lale, thank you very much for
Thank
giving
you.
us some insight. I'm sure we'll be circle back to you. And then I will check some of your predictions, which one came true. Thank you again.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.